Welcome to the Normal Christian Life Online, a weekly broadcast of Global Response Network meant to awaken, inspire, and motivate you in your walk with God.
Hi friends, welcome to the broadcast. Every week we come together and encourage one another to live the normal Christian life. How many of us, all of us know that it takes encouragement from one another if we're going to do this thing and do it right. You know, Jesus showed us how to live in His Word, and that's ultimately what we want to do. We want to live according to His Word. We want to do life His way. We want to do life God's way. You know, that's the only way the normal Christian can live, is to live life God's way. This week I want to speak to you out of Mark chapter 14, starting in verse 17. It says, "And when it was evening, He came with the 12. And as they were reclining at the table and eating, Jesus said, 'Truly, I say to you, one of you will betray me, one who is eating with me.' And they became sorrowful and began to say one after another, 'Is it I?' Here they are, the 12, eating with Jesus. They're reclined at the table, and Jesus all of a sudden says, in the middle of all this, He says, 'One of you is going to betray me.' And they start going around the table, and they're like, 'Is it me? Jesus, could it possibly be me? I'm the one that's going to betray you? There's no way. I could never betray you.' I think we remember later, Peter actually said, 'Hey, listen, even if they kill you, I'll die with you.' And he ended up betraying him. But no, we go on to read that it was actually Judas who betrayed Jesus. And you know, many of us would look at Judas and say, 'What a scoundrel! I can't believe this guy. He walks with Jesus all this time for 3 years, and he sees all the miracles. He is involved with the blessings of just being with Jesus personally.' How many of us would love to be with Jesus personally every single day in the flesh? I know I would. I'm sure you would too. Judas gets to do all this for 3 years, sees all the miracles, all the blessings, all these different things, and the guy betrays him. And we look at him and go, this guy is really a scoundrel. The worst part is, we think about it, he betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver. Now some of us would say, you know, that's nothing. I can't believe he betrayed the Lord of glory for 30 pieces of silver. Are you kidding me? You know, I can't be too hard on Judas. You know, how many times I think to myself, how many times have I betrayed him for a lot less? I say that I'm a Christian. I say that I'm passionate for God, and really I desire to be totally obsessed with Him. And that's my passion, that's my heart. But I don't always do that. You see, I know Him too. I've walked with Him for many years. Probably some of you have too. And I wonder, have we sold out on Him for a whole lot less than 30 pieces of silver? You know, maybe we sold out on Him just for a small compromise. We know we shouldn't do the things that we do, and yet temptation overtakes us. And maybe you didn't sell out on Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Maybe it's a whole lot less. Maybe it's just watching a movie you know you shouldn't watch. Maybe it's watching something on television you know that Jesus wouldn't watch. You know He wouldn't. Maybe it's just, maybe you've been flirting with your secretary at work. I have no idea what it is. It breaks my heart every time there's any kind of a compromise in my life, that I would somehow, in some way, shape or form, maybe it may seem like a small way. I don't know if there's any small way to betray the Lord. But I think of those times that I've compromised against Him. I think of those days of half-hearted devotion, and it breaks my heart, because I know it breaks His heart. Start your week off right. Get before God. Just repent of your sin and have an awesome week with Him. I encourage you to live the normal Christian life. Let's live this life together. We need one another. Don't forget it. I encourage you to live your life for Him this week with a passion and a life of obsession. God bless you and have a great week.
We'll connect again next time on the Normal Christian Life Online as we do our best to awaken, inspire, and motivate you in your walk with God.